YouTube, this is a video response to QuantumJiggle. Just sent me a few messages. And Jason, no, I didn't block you, and I didn't even see your video till after I had changed the featured video in Patterns in Chaos. So Liar was not referencing you. And it's interesting that you thought that. That's part of the reason why I put the disclaimer over at the side of Patterns in Chaos, especially when you're new on YouTube. It's very easy to misunderstand the machinations of the other channel operators and assign them personal value when that personal value is at best this sort of temporally asymmetric on-phonetic resonance. And that's why I sort of started this experiment. This is a sort of pure YouTube sort of experiment. And I think you also misunderstood my videos that I just posted. No offense, but I'm not personally in a crisis about this. I think the world is in a crisis. I'm fine. And I think a lot of people don't, either they don't believe that, or they you know, whatever, you know, even my family, they don't understand why I would take, you know, this huge chunk of my life and just devote it to trying to work with this particular issue, and they don't understand my politics and all this other stuff that goes along with it. And that's fine, but I'm fine. I think the world is screwed. I think that Western society, out of their own, ironically, out of their own faulty scientific analysis of their situation, of the situation of this, has led us into an untenable path. The path that we're going down, I believe, is untenable as far as our future of where we think our species is going. And this is a big thing, but it doesn't really affect me that much personally, honestly. I mean, I'm fine personally. I think it's tragic for society, and I don't want to see it happening. But if I can't move society, what I've done already, I believe, will eventually move the people who are intelligent, scientific sorts. It has to. I think that if you look at what I'm doing, eventually it will be de facto, because what Walter Russell did is now supported by physical observation. The fact that the Earth is not physically separate from what's up in the outer space is demonstrable to anyone that can understand the physics of it. And the observation of the sun-grazing comet, the hypersymmetry between the coronal holes, the earthquakes, and the CMEs and the cyclones is there. It's there to be observed. I've put it out there. People have heard it. People know about it. People will assimilate this information. And so I'm not in a crisis. And I'm sorry to hear that you've had people, you know, that were close to you that had unfortunate things happen to them. But I'm not in that sort of situation. That's just not really what's going on with me. I do have to put up with a lot of crap from people that don't really understand what they're doing and what they're getting into with me. But at the same time, again, I feel like that's more their problem than it is my problem. And so don't worry about me personally. I mean, if you want to worry, if you want to worry about something, worry about, you know, what's going to happen in the future when we start going down this path, believing that we're going to be, you know, taking rockets and, you know, whatever, and going to other planets while fucking up this planet. And, you know, I think that's a terrible idea. But I'm moving on. That's where I am right now. I'm sort of moving on to another thing. I've been doing music, and I'm moving into that. I'm not going to try to push astrotometry, and I said that from the beginning, that I wasn't going to try to push it. I might make a video and try to sell it. I might write a book and try to sell it. You know, if I think that will be a good thing to do. It didn't seem to help Michael Talbot any when he wrote Holographic Universe. I mean, like, oh, you know, everybody bought it and read it. You're like, oh, but did it move the academic institutions? No. He didn't have the scientific observations. He didn't have the new information about the nature of what I call the hypersymmetry between what's going on up there and what goes on down here, which is ancient. And so I'm reclaiming this ancient stuff. And in that sense, I've got this huge ancient following. And so the ancestors, I've got the ancestors behind me. I'm the shaman. And so I'm not the teacher, I'm the doctor. I'm fixing something. and I'm afraid of my own power. I'm afraid of my own means in doing this, because I've been handed all of this knowledge and information about the nature of our world, and I'm afraid I'll use it. That's my biggest fear, man. My biggest fear is that I'll use it unnecessarily. Hopefully not. But but anyway, thanks for your concern. I appreciate it, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just let me know. Take care.